Hello, I am IBX Toycat, and welcome back to another live stream on the internet. And today is a special live stream on a special internet. It's the regular internet, but today we're playing some Minecraft on the Xbox, or Bedrock, I guess. But the special thing is that the 1.5 update has just come out. Aquatic update Phase 2. It brings turtles. It brings bubbles of the water, and although both those things are things I want to play around with, I really would love a turtle helmet as opposed to this diamond one. The thing that I'm mostly here to, I guess, do and talk about is make one of them fancy conduits. So, yeah, I have Hearts of the Sea, I have access to Prismarine, I think I have to, like, fly to go get it. In fact, actually, yeah, there's 3 things you need to make a conduit. You need to have Hearts of the Sea, I already have those. You need to have Nautilus shells, that's what I'm going to be spending today getting, and you need to get some Prismarine, which I have access to easily. So, hello, IBX Toycat, and welcome back to another live stream. Hi, hello, welcome everyone to the live stream. Good to see ya, Froggy, Leanne, Mario, Kit Kats. Welcome. It's going to be a good day today, I'd like to believe. And yes, I have an onion here, Mario Maniac. But yeah, with that said, oh jeez, the new Elytra system on Bedrock, compared to console, is like super wild. I like it a lot because it's easier to avoid full damage by doing stuff like this, but it's also like, I don't know, it's scary to me because one of these days I'm gonna mess it up. So yeah, I have a bunch of Prismarine lying around in a chest over here. That's not Prismarine. That's the wrong type of Prismarine, but as you can see, I've got an ocean monument. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I love the Nautilus shell because it requires mastery of like 3 entirely different parts of underwater. There's obviously these, there's these ocean monuments going on here. What is the onion for, says Connor Smith. Onions are actually really good to spice up actually, I don't know what the culinary use for one is. I bought a bunch of onions, or 3. Like, 3 is a bunch to me. And I put one in my food today, and I couldn't taste any of the onions. Like, a whole onion, like, this size. And, honestly, whatever. It'll make sense later, hopefully. But yeah, hi IBX Toycat, I bought Minecraft just to experience your videos. That's amazing, Gareth Sutton. I don't know how you watched my videos before you played Minecraft, if that's the case, but I'll choose to accept it and go, wow, look how special I am regardless. So yeah, with that said, we're gonna go fly back now, and we have to make a big decision, because I need to, okay, so I've got myself Prismarine, one of the key things. I've got myself Hearts of the Sea, another key thing. Also, you can see the frame rate slipping a bit, but I have to get myself some Nautilus shells. So there's 2 key ways you can get Nautilus shells, at least as far as I'm aware, and that is to fish, and that is to try and kill drown. So if I try and kill drown, my looting sword, I've got about a 1 in 100 chance of getting a Nautilus shell, and I need 8 of those. So gonna be a pretty wild thing. And the second way is fishing. So chat, you decide right now, should I be fishing or should I go killing? Killing or fishing? I have fishing rods. In fact, I have a pretty good fishing rod over here somewhere. So which should I pick? Also, big thank you, John Kane, for the 199 tip. It's a me, Jordan. I get it, like the Mario thing. Sorry, it's been a while. Good to see you here regardless, John Kane. The donations from you always seem very confused and shocked at the same time. I'm never too sure what to think about them, but welcome to the live stream. Hope you have a pleasurable good time here. Anyway, so today, should we fish or should we kill? We got a fishing rod with lure on it. I thought I had one with Heart of the Sea, but apparently not. And we also have looting. We could always do both, but I want to really go down with what people are saying. Killing, fishing, IMO. See, I'm glad you say IMO because, like, everyone else is like, oh, this is objectively the best thing. I feel like I've missed something about what the onion is about. I want to leave the onion as unexplained as possible, just like, who doesn't have an onion when they stream sometimes? I'll explain it shortly, but again, it's aquatic day. It's a big time. Maybe it's a good idea to leave the onion for another day, in fact, when we're not dealing with Nautilus shells. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna look around. It seems like most people say killing, which is good because I can't find my fishing rod anywhere. Like, maybe it's in my ender chest. I'm gonna look for it anyway, just to make sure it's not lost. You know that? Oh, here it is. Wait, Luck of the Sea. I thought it was Heart of the Sea. Oh, I've been mixing up Luck of the Sea and Heart of the Sea like all day. So that's a mistake, but yeah, I got 2 from killing in like 2 hours, says Nick Ravenclaw. Am I not going to get one today then? I didn't realize that they'd be so tricky. In my head, they're really easy, but like, knowing the odds now, it does make me a little bit less inclined to think I'm lucky here. So, I love raw onion. Same here. That's actually, the onion is here is proof of point, actually, at some point later today. At IBX Toycat, are you really IBX Toycat? No, that's not me. So anyway, so we got 1.5, we got to get some Nautilus shells to make that conduit. But to do so, you know, I don't know. Okay, so to kill, first of all, I feel like it's worth at least exploring. I do have a zombie spawner, which is indirectly a drown spawner. Can they spawn with Nautilus shells in their hands when you do that? Because I don't believe so. Or at least they didn't work in the last update. Maybe it does now that they're all official and stuff. Get sea pickles and make pickle world. I do actually really want to get some sea pickles at some point, but, you know, comment for another time. So we're going to swim right into the ocean, just like this. It's so cool when you can, like, swim, or fly into swim, or swim into fly. There's a few cool ways to do it. On my survival world, I have a mending fishing rod, which also has all the enchantments. I think I just repair mine every time. Is this the same as that wither from a while ago, says Liam Venomir? I think it might be the exact same thing. Also, welcome, Super Gamer, to the sponsor club. Thank you so much for sponsoring, Super Gamer. So yeah, we're going to get, I guess, no, zombies don't draw, so the reason this won't count, also, so what I have right here is a drown spawner. The way it works is it's a zombie spawner, where it drowns the zombies, but you won't get Nautilus shells, even if I kill these guys right here, even once they turn into drowns, because the issue is they won't spawn with the Nautilus shells. Drowns spawn with Nautilus shells, but they wouldn't be spawning as drowns, they'd be turning into drowns. So yeah, if you want to do this, you have to find natural born drowns. And I'm just realizing now, this is going to be like a long stream. Like, I thought it'd be like, oh yeah, let's have fun, 20 minutes, stream hangout. Also, by the way, welcome to the sponsor club, Super Gamer. The first thing he did is he just put the Toy Cat pizza emoji 3 times. It's a brand new emoji we've got, because last stream I was mentioning how, like, I think pizza is a compliment you should use for people. And then, I don't know where the pizza emoji came from. I must have made it myself. It definitely wasn't Jura from the Discord. So, I made this pizza emoji myself. Again, that's the official story. And, yeah, I know. It's silly how, like, everything comes from, like, something as stupid as that. Like, one offhanded comment about pizza is now everyone's favorite emoji. But I think stupid stories are kind of a good thing in a way. Like, I used to hate, like, that most famous things came from something stupid. But it's, it's better than, like, oh, what? So we sat down for 6 years and we considered what the best emoji would be, and then at a meeting, like, someone said, like, oh, maybe we should make an emoji about pizza, because everyone loves pizza. I know, that's way more fun for a thing. Also, Nick Ravenclaw does a bunch of the pizza cats. So, yeah, with that said, we have to go find some drowns now, and it's just hit me. I don't think we're going to get the conduits today. Like, we can try, but we won't succeed. So, okay, okay. So, it's going to take me hours. We can go through the... statistically speaking, I could probably do it in maybe an hour, give or take. Maybe an hour and a half. So, should we go for it anyway? Should we get this conduit made? I'm hyped for it, but I didn't realize the amount of effort that would go in. Or should we just, like, try and get some turtle helmets and, like, play around with bubbles or something? I don't know, I want to at least try for a little bit, but I'm really cautious of overcommitting stuff like this. Because once I did a boss race stream, it turned into a 4.5 hour stream. And at the end I was just like, this is... I think it'd be better if I was dead right now. Because I'm really, really bad at streaming for a long time. I know some streamers do like 12-hour streams. But like, I like concentrate all my social energy for these streams. Do it, you can always decide to stop later. Go for it, stream until it's done, says Liam Venomir. That's like the exact opposite message, right? Like, there's Casey being like, yeah, you can do it, and we'll understand what's going on. The other one's like, do it! There's no stopping till it's done. So yeah, with that said, what we're going to do is we're going to mostly just be looking around oceans. It'd probably be better if we had boats. Well, I guess that solves the issue, doesn't it? So, assuming we don't get mining fatigue, which would suck. Oh look, you can... The Elder Guardian has accidentally floated out of the stronghold. Or the... whatever it's called. Which is weird. I'm just going to choose to ignore that, though. Oh, and also we can feed dolphins now to find those shipwrecks below water. So that's a fun thing we can do now. Jordan Kane sends in the 499 super chat. Thank you so much, Jordan Kane. So, have you ever played Roblox, and can you do a live stream on it? Honestly, every time I look at Roblox, it just makes me feel like... I know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But on the other hand, there's a reason why book publicists get paid so much, and that's because you do judge books by their covers. And, yeah, there isn't anything I've seen that makes me want to play Roblox. It'd have to be like, I can't think of any good reason for myself to play it. Like, a lot of people play it just because it's the new big thing and they want to, you know, they're like, oh, I mean, this, you know, like, Roblox is the big thing now. I've heard of a lot of big channels that do it for that big reason, but I don't have any personal interest, so I figured why not do that. And also, I know I haven't, and would I be a dragon or a dragon keeper? I mean, this is an easy question, right? Like, you'd be the dragon man. Even what's her name from Game of Thrones? Even she has a rough time with, like, the dragons that she owns, and she's like, what is it, like, Khaleesi, Queen of Dragons or whatever? I'm just saying, like, even if you are the queen and or king, you know, monarch, let's say, nice gender-neutral term, of dragons, you probably wouldn't want to be one, right? That's my take on things. So, yeah, what we're going to do for a little bit here is we're going to, I guess, swim around in a circle and try and find any drowned with a Nautilus shell in its hand. So, on Bedrock, they've got a 8% chance of spawning with one in their hand. So, both of these, I think I saw them earlier, actually. No Nautilus shell in their hand means 0% chance of dropping Nautilus shell. Again, this is according to Wiki, at least. But I've got a huge... the Mother of Dragons, I think. Is it the Mother of Dragons? You know, I don't know what her thing actually is. Like, I know that... I'm not sure if Khaleesi is, like... because she was also, like, the Dothraki... you know, whatever. Like, I'm not here today to talk too much about Game of Thrones. But, yeah, she had, like, problems with her dragons. So that's the thing. Also, today, even though it's 20 degrees, it's, like, 17 outside. Because my setup's just so hot, I'm still, like, feeling the burn still. So I've got this big block of ice, and occasionally I'm just going to, like, put it to my head. Because I think your head temperature determines how hot you feel, right? Ah, there we go. See, if we find dudes like this fella over here, then we kill him. And I think he might... okay, wait. If he dropped Nautilus Shell, that's a sign of things to come, right? Yeah, okay, you know what? I think this drowned alone. And, chat, I appreciate the supportiveness, and I'm not saying that it didn't help me come to a conclusion. But, like, that's a sign, right? I don't believe in signs whatsoever. In fact, that, you know, on an objective level, that wasn't actually a sign. I know. But even not believing in signs, the fact that I got so lucky on my first one, like a 10.5% chance went my favor. Rare odds never go in my favor in Minecraft. Usually I spend, like, 60 drowned, you know, like, if it's a 1 in 10, I'll spend, like, 60 kills, still have nothing happen. So, that's pretty darn happy to me. So, yeah, with that said, also someone did the cat emoji, then a pizza. That's the closest I can get. I want to quickly clarify, because on YouTube, I try to make everything I do entirely free, right? That's the whole point, at least that's what I value about everything I've ever done on the internet. But sponsor emojis, they're on, like, YouTube does not give you an option to make them for everyone. If they did, I'd make them available for everyone. But they're only for sponsors. YouTube doesn't let you make custom emojis for everyone. So that's, you know, it's not some evil ploy to get you to donate your, I think it's $4.99 a month, to the Evil Toy Cat Foundation, where we're gonna, like, torture puppies or something. It is just like, well, I mean, it's either do that or do nothing, and I like the people that support me, so I'll do it in that way. So maybe that's just me being, you know, maybe I am secretly planning to take over the world with your super chat dollars, but no, it isn't an evil, because a lot of people go, like, straight into, like, conspiracy brain when they see something like that, like, Toy Cat tells people about this fun thing as an evil ploy. And I wish I was, like, I wish there was some way I could turn, like, a pizza emoji into being evil, right? Like, if that was, like, step 1 in a 12-step process where I could take over the world, I'd be super down with that, personally. I don't think you meant to say that. This is why I'd be a terrible supervillain, but, like, still, I'm just saying, totally true, even if it's terrible to say. Big thank you, by the way, John Kane, for the $9.99 super chat. These super chats come in very confusing bursts all the time, Jordan Kane, but I appreciate them regardless. So Jordan Kane says, narwhals swimming in the ocean, causing a commotion because they're so awesome. Narwhals swimming in the ocean, pretty big and pretty. They'd beat a polar bear in a fight. So I do have to question, at least for a little bit here, like, your poetry. I liked a lot. Confused at why the super chat for the poetry, but I guess I'll take it. Thank you so much for the super chat right there. By the way, because I can't sponsor, I live in the middle of nowhere. I forget actually sometimes that sponsoring's only available to certain places, and also I think it's the what is it, the so sponsoring only works in certain places, and then super chats work in another set of places, and there's no, like, proper link between the two. It's like, so in Mexico you can super chat but you can't sponsor, and there are some countries where you can sponsor but not super chat. I don't understand it entirely. I think there's some, like, crazy legal reasons that works that way. But isn't it weird that, like, in the day where, you know, I live in the UK, you live in insert country here, and it's just, I don't know. What is that novel thing from? I think I've heard it before. Oh, chat, please do tell me where that's from. Also, Carl Charles says, when is How to Be a Terrorist coming? Also, by the way, thank you, Nick Ravenclaw, for the £1 super chat. I believe the default suggestion, so we don't know why someone super chatted. What we assume is they super chatted because they want me to tell them what type of pizza they are. And therefore, Nick Ravenclaw, because Ravenclaw is a smart house in Hogwarts, therefore it has to be like a smart pizza. So what is the smart man's pizza? I think the smart man's pizza is probably the one with the maximum value, right? Like, they all cost the same amount, so get the one that has the most things on it. So like the Meat Supreme, you are a Meat Supreme pizza, Nick Ravenclaw, because that's the smart man's pizza. See, it's a bad move if you buy a Margherita pizza, unless you're getting a serious discount for only having cheese on it. You're basically throwing away money. You know, if someone says have a topping for free and you say nah, don't want a topping, that's just free toppings given away right there. Valuable. Also, 2 tridents in a row. I'm gonna kill them just because, like, I might. Oh no! Oh, okay. I hit a dolphin again. Oh no! I hit another one. Oh no! I hit a third one. I am just. Oh gosh. Okay. So, I am sorry. I did not intend for that to happen. This was all a huge miscommunication. Also, I hate drowns with tridents like more than pretty much anything else in the world. Just they're very frustrating. I think we can all agree. Also, what if they're vegetarian? Ah, well, the smart person isn't vegetarian, you see. See, now that's how you offend a decent majority of people in one statement right there. Oh, I got a second trident. That's nice. And a gold ingot. That's even nicer. So we're gonna go home because I need to sleep sometime soon. Like, that seems like a good idea, right? Oh, side note, is my dolphin still trapped in his little cage? I hope not. Oh, he is. Okay, that's good. Oh, hello there, friend. How's it going, pal? Going good? Oh, I'm glad. So yeah, we only want to kill drowns with, or we only need to kill drowns that have a thing on them, however. I did it because you were in the cold waters the whole time. It's a song, by the way. Never mind, I'll never be able to be cool. No pun intended. Honestly, okay, so the thing about references is, like, they're great when people get them, and they're not when people don't. So don't feel bad when a reference doesn't hit, because it's like, you rolled the dice, and I don't understand the Narwhal song, but I guess I don't understand many songs. But big thank you to the 499 Super Chat regardless. Also, big thank you to Pikachu 2009 Games for the 2006 Games for the 99-cent Super Chat. I already answered what type of pizza they are, so I guess they just want to give me their 99 cents, or it's 70 cents after YouTube takes their cut. But thank you so much. It is very much appreciated. Support as always. I think support is always appreciated, but maybe I'm just a broken instant can that way. So I'm gonna go put some stuff away now. Then I'm probably gonna go to sleep because I want to deal with the rain. We'll do a bit of fishing while we look around. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go on a fishing boat, look around for drowns while we fish, because then we can, like, 2 things at once. It makes sense in my head at least. So we're gonna throw our bricks in here, our stone in here. Oh, we can't do that. Our gravel in there, because who wants gravel on them at any time? Throw our leather in a chest. Oh, you know what? We're running out of places to put things, aren't we? I picked up a tripwire hook, sorry, from fishing earlier, and I can't stop thinking about how, like, near useless that is. Like, when am I ever going to be able to use that? The answer is, like, probably never. It's quite depressing, really. So then I'm going to put our mushrooms in here. There is not space for them. Okay, that sucks. We're going to get rid of our tridents, then we'll do a bit of fishing. Well, we'll go back to our home thing. So, let's look at, do the jukeboxes? They do not play music. I'll give that a try, but I imagine they do. And that you've just got a bug in your game, maybe. So, all of these are going to go in there. Except channeling, which we'll keep on us, actually. Always got to keep that, just in case. So we need 7 more of these Nautilus shells. And we've been going for 19 minutes. So that means that, in theory, this stream will take 2 hours and 40 minutes to make our first conduit. Which is actually, like, surprising amount of effort. But we're sticking to it. We're sticking to it. We're going to get this done. Until I melt, actually. So, speaking of, the game sounds coming through the mic, so I can. Ah, thanks for the heads up. I think what that actually is... Are you sure, actually? It shouldn't be. It's super, super low, so that implies something is horribly wrong. Or at least it's pointed the wrong way. So yeah, with that said... Oh, there's some fish there still. Yeah, we need to find drowns, but drowns don't usually spawn during the day. Like, oh, wait. There is a husk. He's below the water. Just for fun here, because they sink to the bottom of the ocean. I want to see this new feature, and this is like a real opportunity to see it in survival. So we'll get all the way out of the way. So when if a husk drowns, he turns into a zombie, and if a zombie drowns, he turns into a drowned. And therefore, we should be able to see both parts of the process, if we're lucky. So we'll go fishing in the meantime. Get 2 things done at once here. Okay, so get some fish. It's about a 1 in 50 chance of getting a nautilus shell, by the way. So you never know. So yeah, you're going to see eventually he's going to start to drown. Not drowned, that's the mob. Drowning is the action. And then eventually good things should happen. Oh, what's going on here? Someone said they removed the barrier. A lot of people are really confused. 1.6 is a separate update to 1.5. I can see why you're confused. Also, did he turn into a zombie? He did. Okay, so you can see Husk has now changed into zombie, and the zombie will also change into a drowned. Again, in theory. Also, how fast is this going? Like, look how insane this is. And this isn't even raining. If I'd have done this last night, things would have gone even better, it seems. So I've lost track of the zombie, actually. Does anyone see him? Did he die? Oh no, he's over there. Okay, so there's the zombie. He previously turned from a husk into a zombie. And now, a little bit from now, he should turn into a drowned. So, did it? Okay, it didn't just happen. I want to, like, see this up close. Oh, there we go. It just happened. So, okay, so I've never actually seen that. It's kind of weird to me, like. It's a sort of feature you never actually see in normal gameplay. But, like, I actually accidentally just saw it. So, that's kind of fun. Also, how many, like, I think they must have buffed fishing when they, oh, ooh. Oh, okay, Bane of Arthropods 4. Literally one of the worst books in the game. This is what happens when you get your hopes up. You're like, oh, something rare happened. Must be a good thing, right? Not always a good thing. Rarely a good thing, I would say. Oh my god, okay. That, I will take back what I said. It's a good thing. You know what? Good things do happen. You might doubt that sometimes, but it happens. It's all good. So yeah, pro tip, if you ever need to go around a lake, you can actually walk around it at the same time as you fish. And it doesn't affect the fishing chance. So you can still do stuff like this. Which means if you need to get to, say, a boat, for instance, you can fish and boat at the same time. It's really hard to fish and boat, but it is possible to do this as well. So you can see I'm going to swim around the whole thing. I'm even going to swim into the bubbles right here. And I'm still working. So we're 2 out of 8 of these nautilus shells. A part of me doesn't like the fact that it's like such a grindy process. But a part of me really respects it because now when I actually get this thing... Oh my god! I respected the process and it worked. That is a life lesson if I've ever heard one. You see that? Like... if you just accept that things happen sometimes for a reason, rather than saying things shouldn't have happened, sometimes, you know, like sometimes you can actually get things undone. There are some situations in life where that does happen. But sometimes you just, you move on, you accept, and you'll get a nautilus shell. And if anyone asks where you learned that from, you can say from fishing in Minecraft. Got a lily pad. What a useless item, right? It's technically treasure, by the way. Oh, it's technically treasure right there. This is just unrealistic. So yeah, we got insane luck going on here already. We've done about 40 fishes and gone 2 nautilus shells. So we'll do a few more just while we're fishing, looking around anyway. Again, we can actually like throw our fishing rod out, swim a little bit, throw it out a little bit, swim a little bit. And because, oh, name tag. And because there's some good accuracy on this, as long as we swim slowly, we can actually achieve both at the same time. So boat fishing, it's a new thing I've just invented, just for a bit of fun. AFK fish farming does not work in Minecraft Bedrock. I think there's a version of it that works. Like it's not quite AFK because you have to do some stuff. I honestly, okay, so this is just personal rules. I don't judge you if you do it. You know, I don't judge you if you do anything besides like kill people or be a bear. But like, honestly, like when it comes to the automatic fishing, to me that seems like it's cheating because you're deliberately not playing the game, you know? And, you know, like it's clearly something that isn't intended to be there. It's like an abuse of existing mechanics. To me, you know, this is just my opinion. I'm not the authority, I'm just someone who plays Minecraft. I see it personally as cheating. Because it's also so janky in the way it's set up. Like, if it worked perfectly all the time, I'd be like, well, that, you know, it's more justifiable. But the fact that it's, like, so weird to set up, and I don't know. I find it strange, personally. So you want to keep on going? Fishing at the same time? Oh, you missed a donation from Phantom500. Let me quickly go find it here, just so I can thank you in person with your username. There's actually a little tab on YouTube that's like, you can see every super chat. Thank you so much, Phantom500, for the 99-cent super chat. Isn't it cheating to duplicate? Okay, so it's 100% cheating if you duplicate. So many people are like, oh, they removed a duplication glitch, now I can't play survival. It's like, if you feel like you need to duplicate in survival, just play creative. Just play creative. That's my take on things. Again, I'm just a cat. We're not here to talk about that, though. Although I guess we are here to talk about it a little bit, because I brought it up. Also, ice again. It's... Does anyone know the science behind, like, what makes you feel hot and cold? Because I swear, like, the moment I put a little bit on my face, my whole body, like, cools down, like, 5 degrees. At least that's how it feels. I know that's not actual science. Come on. You know, I commented too much on the good luck. You shouldn't praise the system too much. You should accept the system, but you shouldn't... you should never think it's perfect, because the system's never perfect. The system always needs to evolve. It's just you've got to appreciate the fact that it works at all. Works quite well. There you go. There's some life allegory. Thrown in with some Minecraft fishing advice. So yeah, we're going to keep on moving forwards because we need to be this way anyway. But it is kind of cool that we can fish and move at the same time, right? Because the precision... Oh, did that actually get to us? The precision of Minecraft bedrock fishing is a lot better when the items are thrown at you. So you can swim pretty fast, actually. And you won't miss the fish. At least as far as I can tell. I don't think it's possible to miss a we'll Again, I'm not sure. Did I miss that one? I should have missed it, even if I didn't. When people are asking about console, you know, I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to make a whole video if we haven't heard anything by tomorrow. But yeah, it's good news for Minecraft console, but it's not out on Minecraft console. There you go. There's your simple stuff. Also, I'm getting a lot of cod today. I should expect that, but still. So if I swim into the bobber, I wonder if it will still work. Oh, it does still work. You can fish inside your own boat. Okay, you know what? A fish will get in here eventually. Come on, come on. You will, you will. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Oh, maybe you can't. Okay, maybe you can't put it in there, but you can later have it. Oh, no, never mind. You can... you can fish in your own boat. You know, Minecraft Bedrock's fishing engine is different, but in a way I really like, personally. So yeah, what platform are you playing on? I'm playing on the Xbox One Bedrock version. It's not Xbox One Edition. When you press start, it just says Minecraft. That's how you know you're playing Minecraft Bedrock. I would argue that it should say Bedrock somewhere on the screen, just so you know for sure. But it doesn't, it just says Minecraft. Now you know. XD, fishing in my boat. Is that another song or reference that I am making but missing? It got to 120 degrees, says Shawbrun. Where do you live that it gets to 120 degrees? That's 20 degrees over the boiling point of water. I know you're talking about Fahrenheit, but like... I'm going to assume... I think at the very least, this is like my rule for the internet. It's fine if you don't understand Celsius, but at least like admit that Fahrenheit isn't the only true degree system. Yeah, that's all we got to do, you know? And, you know, then maybe if we also Celsius too, then we'd understand we have two different systems. It's like if, like, you know how, like, there's, like, feet and then there's meters? And it's like, you know, it's confusing the conversion, but at least you know. Also, what did I get hit by? At least you know when someone says they're, like, 2 feet or so. Also, what is happening? Oh, it's a drowned throwing tridents at my boat. That's not very nice of them, is it? Okay, so it's drown season again. We're going to fish during the day, and we're going to hunt during the night, because that's the whole kind of goal. So let's get out. Let's do this. Also, I agree with Kit Kats. You wanna see that top toy cat goings on? You can do so at twitter.com/ibxtoycat. Okay, so... Oh, trident. I'm just collecting tridents now, it seems. I think that's just my purpose in life. Like, while we try and get these Nautilus shells, which is still very valuable, we're going to mostly focus on just doing that. Actually, we could fish while we look for drowns. It's going to be a lot harder Like, I'm going to be multitasking in, like, 3 ways at once. But we could try it anyway. So we're going to look for drowns with Nautilus shells in their hands. If they don't have a Nautilus shell, we don't bother killing them. And that means we can, like, kind of double time here. So does he have a Nautilus shell in his hand? Because it's really hard to see at night. That's one of the problems. Is there a Nautilus shell? I don't see a Nautilus shell. So we don't go over to him. And then if we just have to keep on, like, exploring the oceans, looking around, finding new drowns, seeing what they're thinking, while also keeping an eye on our bobber. This is, like, extreme Nautilus shell hunting. Like, how fast can you get this done? It is kind of fun, though, I will say. Like, it makes me a little bit less able to respond. Oh, there we go. See, look at me. Done it. And I think he's going to drop it. He's more likely than not to drop it. But shouldn't have added that second bit. Should have just believed in myself. So, will you visit Egypt sometime, says Omar. I intend to visit Egypt sometime. As a fun fact I've learned in my travel research, a lot of people go to Egypt just to get, like, cheaper tickets. Because, for instance, it's cheaper to go to Egypt to America via Europe than it is to just go from Europe to America. Fun fact with Toy Cat. Or at least in a lot of cases. Obviously, not everything I always say works all the time. Like how killing this drowned won't give me the Nautilus shell. Oh, well, you're not. I'm okay to be wrong on that one. So we're going to get rid of these 2 stone. You know, I'll just throw them away. Because the gold is more valuable. And we've got 4 of the 8 already. 30 minutes in. So, in the last 10 minutes, I've gotten 3 Nautilus shells. Things are going pretty well for me. I know we're going to have, like, a dry spell after this. But still, 4 out of 8. Doing pretty great. Hey, that's a mnemonic. Sponsor IBX Toycat. And you won't have to regret that. Wait, sponsor IBX Toycat, or you won't be able to regret that. See, it's like a death threat. I mean, it's effective. I mean, here's the thing about, you know, I'm not gonna. This is dangerous territory. Like, you can make fun jokes about death threats, but they're like a real thing people do on the internet. One of the most ridiculous things too, by the way. Like, I'm just saying, like, what do you see on the internet that makes you so angry you need to kill someone over it? Probably not many things, right? But in this case, it's a thing. Hashtag get Toycat to the moon. I'd like to go to the moon, honestly. So what is the shell for, says Remington Reedon? So there are 3 parts of a conduit. You need to have Hearts of the Sea. I spent a lot of time getting those before the update, because I thought they were harder to get than Nautilus shells, and they are. You just need a lot more Nautilus shells. The second thing you need is Nautilus shells, which you basically have to farm. Like, they're dropped really rarely from fishing and from drowns. So right now, I'm fishing while hunting for drowns. It's a vaguely efficient system. And the third thing you need is prismarine. So prismarine you can only find in ocean monuments. So, given that's the case, obviously... Also, I just realized that means, like, this next update makes it so hard for console edition. Like, they have to... Oh, a saddle. I probably want that, right? Yeah, I'm going to assume I want the saddle over a water bottle. Like, call me crazy, but it's something I've decided. Wait, where did the saddle go? Does it... If your inventory is full when you're meant to fish something, does it just vanish? Is that a glitch? Well, that sucks. Indirect death threats. Go Toledo, Ohio. I don't know what that is, actually. Toledo, Ohio? Is that like a comedian? Is that a place in Ohio? Is that like a team you're just rooting on? I don't understand any of that. I use Celsius and I like it more, but no one uses Celsius. It's kind of inconvenient to convert between them. You just divide by 6 and add 28. Such an easy... Is that even the rule? I don't know what it is. It's, and then even then it doesn't work past a certain point. It is true that it's inconvenient to convert between them. I think, you know, it'd be nice... I was going to say, like, we should just create an international unit. And it's like, that's what... But yeah, no, I think I get that. That, like, if you need to tell temperature to other people, it has to be a scale they recognize. So then it becomes like, okay, we need to get everyone to switch at the same time. And it's like, oh yeah, everyone did switch at the same... You know, it always makes me mad because it's like, you know, we know what the solutions are. And it's really easy to do them. But we don't, and we have this, like, mild annoyance on the internet. And I think, I know, actually, I think this is the reason why the whole Fahrenheit thing's annoying. No, this is too complex geopolitics for a Toy Cat stream. So instead, what I'll do is I'll talk about nautilus shells. Because, yeah, I honestly, like, even though it seems like this amount of grinding shouldn't be fun, like, I'm just looking around, doing two things at once. Like, I'm fishing, occasionally checking their hands. You know, I'm basically being like a police force, like, you know, like, stop and searching drowns. Like, stop! I've heard you've got some dangerous materials on you. Oh, is that a shell you've got right there? It is, right? In which case, I'm going to need to do a quick... Oh, no! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! See, that's... Oh, there we go. Wow, you say stop resisting. That's the magic tip right there. Pro tips of Toy Cat. Increase your drop rates by saying silly things before killing the drowns. So we're on 5 now out of the 8 we need. We actually are going to get this one done pretty easily. Toy Cat, do you ever get tired of people asking about PS4 and the description says it all? Okay, so my old rant right here. If you are a PlayStation 4 player who asks me, is insert thing here for the PlayStation 4? I don't know how to, like, tell people anymore that Bedrock and PlayStation 4 are different. Like, I like to tell people what's going on, and I understand when people are like, oh, so is Xbox One Edition the same as PlayStation 4? And it's like, oh no, Xbox One Edition was cancelled. But when it's something that we've clarified 500 times, like, you know, PlayStation 4 different to Bedrock, Bedrock different to PlayStation 4, then I get very confused. Also, the drowned are carrying contraband. Exactly, right? What countries use Fahrenheit? Again, I try not to pick on America too much, but I'm just saying there's only one. I tell you, man, they need to add dirt slabs. Dirt slabs are one of these features that, like, I'm really torn about because it sounds a little cool on the surface, but I'm not convinced it actually is that cool. Like, the dolphins are jumping out of the water. This is a new behavior in this update that I forgot about, honestly. Fun fact, dolphins jump around properly. They can jump from water out into other bits of water. It's kind of a cool thing. So yeah, we've ran out of drowns for the day. So we're just going to have to do some fishing somewhere. Let's pick a nice scenic place to do some fishing. Like right here, on the seabed. Let's do it. So we'll just sit here, we'll fish, and we could do some Q&A. I wish I lived in, like, the US or the EU, says Ikestar. Where do you live that you wish you lived in the EU? I think the truth is although there are countries that are objectively better in some ways, there's no country that's objectively best at anything. Like, you know, for instance, you probably have the most freedom if you live in, I don't know, say China. Again, it's really counterintuitive, but just because there's too many people in China for the police to care about you, you might have the most freedom in somewhere like that. But that's as long as you don't talk about your political beliefs. You have the most political freedom in, like, a Western country. But, you know, who wants political freedom when you could have the most beautiful waterfall in the world, which is, I don't actually know what that is. It's probably Canada, right? I don't know why we're comparing, like, freedom, money, and, like, waterfalls. But, I mean, there is, like, there's probably a reason to go to them. Also, big thank you, Haunted Zombie, for the £1.99 super chat. Haunted Zombie, are you watching the football match tomorrow? So here's the thing, right? Well, actually, first of all, I had on my phone I'm vaguely following this World Cup. I don't care about sports in the slightest, especially like soccer. See, I'm calling it soccer. Look at that. I'm confusing myself with what I'm doing here. But football, as it's known in a lot of countries, and sometimes soccer. Like, it's one of those sports where it's like, I know I really shouldn't be bothered, but, like, as a kid, I used to be. And one of the parts of the World Cup that interests me is, like, all the statistical stuff where, like, no matter what result England has tomorrow, it will still be their statistical second best performance they've ever had at a World Cup. And if they go to the final, it's the first time they'll go to a final and lose. You know, there's a lot of, like, firsts that are happening. And I don't know why, there's, like, that part of me that just enjoys, like, minor statistical, I don't want to call it, like, an anomaly. Like, just whenever something happens the first time like that, like, I know there was a European Cup, a World Cup recently that England didn't even qualify for, first time in a very long time. I love firsts, and I think this game is, oh, you can dodge. fish, as it turns out. Oh no, it's because I probably have too many in my inventory. By the way, we've got 3 more to go. Like we're like seriously close to this one. But yeah, I love it from a statistical point of view. I don't really watch the matches. I just follow them. I think if there was a final and it went down to penalties, I'd probably watch the penalties. Just because, like, it's like a moment that decides, you know, this whole, you know, month-long bonanza. But that's the thing. So, yeah, with that said, Kit Kats, you're a rebel saying soccer. It's funny, yeah, like the, so it's called football in every country besides, sometimes in Ireland they clarify, like, regular football versus, Gaelic, one of the 2 footballs. And then there's America with American football. And then some other countries, because they use American English, they'll say football and soccer. But the thing is even in every country where they say football, they do understand soccer. So it is a fun thing where I actually see the argument besides in calling it soccer. The only reason that I like am not like, you know, I'd be on, okay, so there's a big debate here, right? Team soccer, team football, which is the right side? I would be on team soccer if it weren't for the fact that football is very clearly played with your feet, and American football, it's not a ball, it's an egg-shaped thing, and you don't use your hands besides whatever they're called, like line kicks, free kicks. I don't know. I don't understand the sport, but as I understand it, people keep the ball held like this. I don't have a ball-shaped object. So I don't know. Just it's like you know, I would be, you know, like I'd be on the side of understandability if it wasn't one of these like opposite things, you know. What do you call American football then? Says Kit Kats. It's always referred to as American football. We have funnily, okay, here's the craziest thing about American football is so you know how like every sport you play it in the home team or the away team. For some reason, I don't know why, but I love this. American football, they play it in the home stadium, the away stadium, or they play it in London. Like, those are the 3 choices of stadium. It's like, we could play it in Kansas City, we could play it in Nebraska, or we could both fly to London. And they do that 3rd choice, and they've done it like a few times. And I don't know why, a part of me just appreciates that a little bit, right? Handball would be way more accurate than football. The problem with handball, though, is there's also a European sport called handball. It's really popular in the down southish countries, like South Europe, which is most of Europe, like population speaking. But you know, the country is. I've never played handball, but I remember a lot of people came back from like a school trip to France or something. They're like, we played handball with the locals, and it's really fun and wacky and whatever. And I was like, no, that sounds stupid. That sounds like, you know, it sounds like an off-brand football, you know? Like, sorry, we couldn't afford the real football, so we're playing handball instead. And it's just like foot crossed out and hands written there instead. I know they're entirely different sports, and they've got their whole own championship. It's just a thing. I usually hate watching football. I don't mind playing it. I hardly ever play it, but sometimes, yeah, no, like football is a fun sport to play just because it's easy. Everyone in the whole of the UK and the Western world, you know, with the exception of maybe a country, understands it. I mean, we have to play homage to our mother country by playing in London. Like, I think it's a good idea, but I don't understand why only London. Like, if you're going to have, like, a third-party stadium, like, Australia's only, like, an extra 8 hours the other direction from America, and they speak English too, or, like, you know, actually, I guess London makes some sense. I think what they're trying to do is get British people to watch American football. But, fun fact, you know, with American football, the Toy Cat live stream, while we fish, try to get, like, I haven't got a North Shell in so long, right? But, yeah, fun fact is, it's almost impossible for British people to watch American football, because the games go live at, I think it's 9 PM American time. I don't know which time zone in America, but they do it really late in the day, because that's when Americans come home to watch sports. But in the UK, I have a friend. He's a big dude. I can't tell if he's like football big or if he's just large, you know. But he's a big fella, right? He's really into American football, like really into it. And he's just like, oh man, I'm so destroyed. I stayed up to 3 to watch the game last night. And it's like, man, this is in America, the way you can get into it, you turn on the TV and you watch for what, like an hour, including ads and stuff. Whereas he has to wake up at 3 a.m. He's like, oh. I know, it's a fun little thing. It's okay, fishing while talking about football. It's like I'm with my dad, says Coffee 115. This is such like a dad, maybe a like a grandpa thing to do, right? Like let's make this more realistic. Oh, I fished again. Did I get a nautilus shell while I wasn't looking? I did not. So okay, we're gonna make this like perfect. We're gonna go out to the middle of the lake. We're gonna fish, and we're gonna talk about football. But no, I think that's all my thoughts on it. Like, it's pretty ridiculous. That's the thing. What do you think of baseball? Baseball is objectively a terrible sport. Like okay, so I don't watch any sports, so you can disregard my opinions quite easily if you want to. But also, I'm not keeping these leather boots. I just realized I don't want them. Like, there's no point in me keeping them. But yeah, basically, baseball is such a boring sport. Like, you know, I can understand why you might think soccer is a boring sport because, like, yeah, you know, there's only like 2 goals scored a game on average, if that. But yeah, of all the American sports, baseball is the least entertaining. Basketball is like a close second. Then there's like American football. But the best sport in America, and this is in the UK too actually, ice hockey. I have watched an ice hockey game live, and although it has all the problems of a usual sport game, like going, oh yeah, there we go. But yeah, although ice hockey has a lot of problems in it, as you might expect. One of like, you know, when you go half time, the bathrooms just fill up. It's just non-stop people. End of the game, there's traffic like crazy. In fact, actually, I went to an ice hockey game with my dad. It was like first time I met him in a very long time, and he's like, "There's 8 minutes to go. We're gonna leave now because we're not dealing with that." Also, no, I just lost another. Oh no, I got riptide. That's a really rare, fortunate thing, isn't it? Go me, go me. So we're gonna get rid of some. What should we get rid of actually? I'm not sure. 3 torches? No, I like torches. We'll get rid of the lily pads. I don't value them. Actually, we'll get rid of the leather. Because lily pads are vaguely irreplaceable. Like, I'm going to need more of these at some point. So, oh, I just realized there's new achievements I should probably go out and get. Like, I apparently got echolocation already. I don't know when I got that. Today? When did I feed a dolphin fish? Like, I should feed a dolphin fish. But I don't recall doing it. The 10th of the 7th, is that definitely today? The ocean approves of ice hockey. It's a search agent. That's what it is, right? But yeah, I like ice hockey. Okay, sorry, I've just been criticizing ice hockey. And I'm like, here's the deal, right? Ice hockey is so great. By the way, here are all the reasons it sucks. But ice hockey is wonderful because they spend half the game just being like, woo, here's some Subway guns. Here, have some t-shirts. And then all the players, they're like brutally destroying each other. Because let's be honest, like, people watch... Oh, I thought this was something else. By the way, realms cost minecoins, but only cost minecoins on Switch. They are way cheaper too. Oh yeah, that's the thing I really would intend to abuse. I'm going to buy some realms, I think, using minecoins while they're cheap. Because it's 100 for a 2-person realm or something like that. So I think, given I have like 2,400 minecoins, gonna get me some cheap stuff. They'll probably revert it if too many people use it, but you better believe I'm not above that. So yeah, now that it's nighttime again, we're going to do one last big fish. I think 6 shells, 2 more to get. Can I do it? Also, Lego Shell TV says, congrats on being right about the update being out today. Here's the thing about my predictions, right? I really, like, I was 99% sure. Because there was just too much evidence pointing towards Tuesday. But I have to be really, really cautious in my videos. So a part of me wished that I'd been like... Because, you know, if I'm not, some people, like, you know, like, it's something I like to do. I like to call error, whatever the term is. It's like ERR, error. Just, whatever. I like to be on the side of caution in these sorts of things. But a part of me wish I'd been, like, you know, bragging about, like, yeah, I know for sure. Because I wasn't surprised when I learned the update to Quatic release this morning. I was like, oh, odd that it's only on the Switch. But that's a thing. Because it just makes too much sense not to release today, you know? But I had real problems explaining why in a video form. Because, you know, it's not as easy as, like, here, this. But I don't know. I'm just sitting here, like, feeling smug about myself. Like, yeah, I predicted it. Let's all feel good about me. Also, I swear we had a trident. He did have a trident. Okay. But I don't need tridents right now. I only need nautilus shells. No time for trident. Also, oh my god, look at that village. I haven't explored the edges of my world just yet. But what the heck is this all about? Seriously, have you ever seen a village like this before? Like, this is such a destroyed village. There's a, like... Is this meant to be able to be done? Can you place flowers underwater? I swear they made that not able to be done. Maybe, you know, maybe I'm wrong. But still, pretty messed up village. 1,000 mine coins for a 10-player, 6-month realm. So £4.99 for a 6-month realm. Okay, quickly, while we're doing this, because I spend a lot on my Minecraft realms, or like, I spend like £18 a year or something, or per 6 months. But like, can you buy multiple sessions? Because I'll just buy like 5 years now. Because I intend to have like a realm for the next 5, 10, how many years. And like okay, mini rant here, okay? Mini rant. So, even though I'm someone who advocates that you should sponsor my channel, and I would appreciate it if you did. It's a subscription payment, and most people love subscription payments because you can give $5 now, $5 in a month, and you can support something on an ongoing basis. But me personally, because I live in a world where all of my income is randomly decided every month, it's like a random number generator. It's like, oh, wow, that's go me. I'm doing well this month, or oh, that's not right. So because everything I earn is so inconsistent, and because of the fact that like I'm just like, I guess I'm a more frugal than average person, subscription payments are the worst thing in the world. I refuse to buy anything on subscription unless it is required. No, you can't. That edge is glitched. You can only buy realms for up to 180 days. There is a limit. I bought 540 days, says Super Gamer. I'm going to buy up to that limit then. Good tip right there. Pro tip, if you're watching this stream. So, okay, there's like an ethical code as like a YouTuber that I'll warn you right now that if you buy it, there is a chance it won't go well for you. But given that Realms is a service that you kind of need if you're on Xbox to transfer maps, if you're on Xbox, you know, a part of me says, like, if it didn't cost them money, it should be free. But since, you know, it costs them, like, a nominal charge, buy it for 1,000 mine coins, they still make money. You get to have your realm. Everyone's a winner. You should totally do it. My sponsorship is on also pay, which is convenient. KitKats, you're actually the longest lasting sponsor on the channel. We're going to be adding loyalty badges for, like, people who have been sponsored for a certain number of months. And I think you've got the year one or 9 months one. There's going to be some special badge at a year. And I think it's only KitKats that will have it at first. So that's going to be cool. But yeah, no, I know most people love autopay. It makes so much sense for the average human being. But, like, to me, it drives me insane. Do you budget, says Carl Charles. Yeah, I do really, really... So most YouTubers, their plan is buy a Lamborghini. If the money goes down, sell the Lamborghini for 1/3 the value. You know, like, most YouTubers get paid as a fraction of a Lamborghini. Like, oh, I made 0.45 Lamborghinis this month. I'm pretty sure that's how they do their accounting. But no, I have a crazy spreadsheet where it's not even a spreadsheet. It's like it's a sticky note, I guess. I'm overselling it. And yeah, I specifically put things into certain places. It's a very complex system, but it's how I manage everything, just fine. I would recommend if you have, okay, so if you're below the age of like 17, you don't need to budget in life. You know what? I would even argue. Okay, this is Toycat is amazing at budgeting. Thank you very much. Also, yeah, the sponsor badges thing. I think it might just be a Toycat with a 6 next to it or something. But I'm considering doing something cooler. Again, if you have any ideas for sponsor badges, please let me know. But we're going to have, like, a system to show, like, yeah. Because the point of a sponsorship is it works better over a long period of time. Do you measure your YouTube income in pizzas, says the Michelin. I earned 20 pizzas in the last week. I don't know what that even means. Like, I don't know what the value of 20 pizzas is because it varies so much. But, yeah, no, I totally should start measuring my income in pizzas. Also, I'm so terrible at looking for drowned. I spent this whole night not finding a single one for some reason. I guess they only spawn in deeper oceans. Okay, so wait, going back to my point. So, yeah, one of the when you're below the age of 17, you don't need to budget. Like, I think you need to have a period in your time where you just live life however you like. Because budgeting is something where you self-constrain yourself to do cooler things later. And I would even argue, okay, this is like Toy Cat being a jerk to... Okay, so this is good advice for you as a person. It's bad for the people in your life that give you money. But when you're below the age of 17, say, you know, this is just me. I want to back out, but I've gone too far. I can't stop here, or the chat will just be like, you know what, you've got to finish that thought. But if you're below the age of 17, it's almost better to spend more recklessly. Like, learning to save is a good idea, and you should save some amount maybe. But if you spend recklessly, and then you need money for something, someone will, like, bail you out, you know? I'm just saying. Like, I had a friend during school who, like, would refuse to spend money until it was, like, required of him. And, like, he'd often, like, he was a jerk. He'd always try to get other people to spend money first, and then he'd be like, well, I guess I have to, right? But, like, he's the exception to the rule. Most people, if you, like, again, I didn't have any money as a kid, so this is, oh, God. This was, oh, God. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. I figured if he was in the same boat as me, he wouldn't blow up. But I guess I've learned the lesson the hard way on that one. That is not how that works at all. That is not how that works in the slightest. So I'm going to throw away these 5-year-old fish, because the boat is more important right now. Oh, it's a baby zombie villager. It looks somewhere between cute and terrifying. So we're going to go back now, the direction we came, and just pray we find some drowns of nautilus shells. Boat bomb. I honestly didn't know you could pick up an actively charged creeper with your boat. It seems like a bad life rule. Do you have a mortgage, says Carl Charles? I feel like we shouldn't be doing, like, finance questions. Like, do you recommend investing in a 401k, Toy Cat? Side note, by the way. 401k is an American thing. I happen to know a lot about them, and you should invest in a 401k. But they're not... We have a similar system, but it's not called that. And nowhere else in the world is it called a 401k. Fun facts of Toy Cat. Finish the thought, Toy Cat. No, my thought finish was just going to be, if you spend more as a child, a lot of times more money will appear. So if you want to spend the maximum amount, as an adult, it's best to save money because then it won't be used. Okay, as an adult, if you have 20 years of $1,000 a year, then if you save money at the start, it will turn into more money at the end. As a child, your incentive systems are reversed because you will be able to spend more money. If you spend all your money at the start, and then as just a person, like your family needs you to do certain things, or your friends need you to do certain things, people will bail you out. Oh, wow. Okay, one more shell. We're going to get it by fishing. It's going to be great. So there's, like, on an objective, like, game theory level, you're a bad person if you do, but, you know, that's the system in play. It is better to spend more money earlier on because, again, someone in your life will bail you out. Whether that's your friends. I've bailed out friends, and friends have bailed me out before. Like, you know, different phases of our life, of course. And, yeah, it's just an interesting thing. Like, at one point, you know, Jeff, my plumber, he will just, like, no one ever abuses it, which I like. But, and, like, you know, I know we're, like, 20-somethings. But it's, like, this is, you know, like, he will often just be like, oh, you can't afford to come? Guess what? I got your train ticket covered. Here's your food for the night. And he's just like, you know, he values your presence more than the money or whatever. And, like, you know, that's what he does to my friends a lot. Yeah, if you have someone like that in your life, it's objectively better not to have money. It's actually, you know, fun facts of Toy Cat, because we're too far into to budgeting talk to ever come back. But just as a fun fact, I think this is the reason a lot of people, there's a common problem where, like, poorer lottery winners lose their money. Like, if you are, so again, personally, it always seems weird to say it this way, but, like, your income before you win the lottery determines how well you do with the money. If you were rich before you won the lottery, you'll probably do quite well. But most poor lottery winners end up losing all the money really quickly. And that's partly because of the thing I mentioned, where they assume if they don't spend it now, it will be gone soon. And that's a fun fact. So, in the USA, no one will bail you out. You just get a tough luck. I mean like a friend. I don't mean like the world or the government or like anything like that. I'm like, this wasn't a weird political statement. I mean, this is like how people are in general, right? Anyway, moving on from that, because there's only... I want to get this last North shot. I'm like at the edge of my... Not my seat. Although actually, I can move to the edge of my seat. Which, I mean, like... I don't understand how this is going to help me. Andrew, are you streaming for 117 minutes? I'm not sure where you picked that number. But you know what? Just for you, I'll totally stream for 117 minutes. 8-month sponsor, says J Davis, bro. Are you really an 8-month sponsor, J Davis? Again, I don't have the exact numbers anywhere. Like, I do have the exact numbers, I mean. But I don't have them with me now. But I know Kit Kat's the longest with either a year or almost a year. I know there's a bunch of people on a month. And then it's like a bunch of people on 2 months, and yeah. So, just budgeting with Toy Cat News series. Again, it's something I really do want to talk about sometime. But it's like the, you know, how to be a terrorist video. Where it's like, it'd be a useful video. But also, I really, like, there's a lot of reasons I shouldn't make it too. Side note, do you want to know how to be a terrorist? This is where the video just cuts out, right? So, just quickly, want to mention... Nope, lost the thought already. Oh yeah, so I want to quickly mention why sponsoring a larger amount of time matters more. Because, like I said, we're going to work on sponsor badges to show, like, I've been... Oh no, the fishing book went... Why do I do this to myself? Like, oh, I picked it up. Thorns and efficiency. So I can't use both at the same time, which is quite inefficient, really. For an enchantment called efficiency. Sure does have to work on that, eh? So we'll throw this into the sea, and then we'll just pick it up once we got our boat. Also, I see a drowned over there. I wonder what he's holding. Would it be oh so perfect if he had a nautilus shell, right? What has he got? What has he got? What has he got? He hasn't got a nautilus shell. Hey, GG Willy 7 Hufflepuff Ninja Wolf. What is that name? Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Hi, how are you doing today? My day started really rough. My day started really rough, I'd say. Like, I woke up and I was just like, oh. Because I stayed up till like half mid. Okay, so I had a really chill night last night. I watched the whole of a Netflix series, like 8 episodes. It's called The End of the Starting World. And when I thought it's called that, it's like, oh, they're censoring it. But the actual name of the series is It's the End of the Starting World. When you Google it, you have to Google that. So, fun fact. I had a really chill evening, but then I was up till like... then at 11, I was like, I need to make a video about Belgium right now. I don't know why I'm hitting my phone so many times. Because I figure, like, you know what? Belgium's, like, extra relevant right now. They just lost a World Cup game, too. Makes them extra relevant. And, yeah, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a Belgium video. I should clarify for the second channel. This isn't, like, the weirdest, like, pro tips of Toy Cat. Like, did you know you can breed 2 turtles together and they look like Belgium a little bit? I feel so guilty asking for money. I don't think I'd be able to spend money recklessly. Yeah, no, I should clarify. You'd probably need to be a sociopath to, like, effectively do it. But, technically speaking, on a finance level, as an adult, you can borrow money, but you have to pay it back. As a child, when you ask to borrow money, you don't usually have to borrow it back, especially not from your parents. That was all my point was. Still, like, if you feel good about doing it, it's concerning. It's just like I like the whole idea of game theory. It's the same reason I think why should you be, you know, how to be a terrorist is a good idea. Anyway, so let me explain the badge system because Froggy Fellow was confused. So the badge that you have right next to your name right now, if you have one, I know most people don't, but the badge next to your name, the little Toy Cat logo, says that you're sponsored, right? So a feature that YouTube implemented recently, because they're changing sponsorships to be channel memberships. I just shrug my shoulders when things change and go, okay, guess that's how it be now. So yeah, they're changing... Oh, fish over here. You know, actually, let's just get rid of this boat. Let's go right home. Because I reckon I'm going to find this soon. Oh, okay. I'm going to, like, put my fish in the chest. Because I reckon I'm missing out on really good books that I don't want to be missing out on. But yeah, so the idea of the badge is that the longer you are a membership of the channel, the more your badge means. And the reason that YouTubers value the higher numbers, it's not like a elitism benefit. It's partly that, because it's like, oh, you've sponsored not only the channel, but like the channel for 6 months or a year, or whatever numbers we end up picking, because we can pick from like 8 different numbers. But the big reason is because the point of the sponsorship is it's a monthly like donation. It's only $4, $5. It changes a lot. It changed on my channel one day, and like I don't know where the extra money went. I don't know what happened with that. But yeah, so the you donate a certain amount, and the idea being is that is a monthly income. So therefore, you know, I mentioned earlier, like I make between 0.1 and 0.2 Lamborghinis a month. Is that true? No, that's not true. I'd be pretty rich if I made 0.1 Lamborghinis a month. But I make somewhere between like 1% off a Lamborghini maybe a month, and I don't know how much Lamborghini costs. I'm scared that I'm secretly saying I make like 2 mil a month or something. But I'm okay. So I make like 6 pizzas a month to 600 pizzas a month, right? And because of that, that's unstable. That's because of ad revenue. Sponsoring is a way to make a flatline revenue. That means that, you know, instead of that, it stays pretty constant. So you can support the channel in a way that allows stability, and therefore the longer you do that, the more it will show the badge on the channel. So there we go. That was a really long explanation for something quite simple, but I'm terrible like that. So I am new to talking publicly, says Wild Beasts. Welcome to your first ever public stream. I'm going to do that thing. I don't understand why people say this, but like, you know how people always like give me some people go, shout out to this guy. And it's like, if I just say his name, is that any different than saying shout out to him? But shout out to Wild Beasts. Wait, actually, for it to be a shout out, I'd have to shout out his name, like Wild Beasts! Is that how a shout out works? I mean, I am shouting out. Anyway, whatever, I need to chill all this. Yay, pizzas. I'm in like a real pizza thing recently. It has been taking all of my, like, self-restraint not to order pizza, like, most days. Oh, it's my birthday in 3 days. I'm going to start ordering pizzas on these streams. Like, I ate today, but I ran out of food in the house today. And, like, I'm going to be busy all tomorrow, so... You know what? We'll do pizza streams from now on. Oh, no, I can't do pizza streams? Okay, here's the funny thing, right? I don't have a working doorbell right now. My doorbell stopped working while I was in... New Zealand? While I was in New Zealand, my doorbell stopped working. And 99% of the time, it's a positive thing. Like, I haven't missed anything, at least not that I know of, in the last 6 months. It has been wonderful. You have no idea how good it is. Like, because I'm at home all day. It's just a 10 out of 10 shout out. Some of us using headphones, so maybe don't shout people out. It was a bad idea. I'll agree. I'm sorry, headphone people. I love you, really. But yeah, I think that means I can, like, whois will have to be a change to reflect your new age. That's the problem with putting my age there, Kit Kats. You're right. I made a huge mistake. So we'll throw the bow in there. I've got a lot of these bows. I guess I should fix this. Like, this is a pretty good bow. I don't know where I want to use it, but whatever. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. It just stopped working, says Leanne Vandermeer. Yeah, all the luck has gone away. All the luck has gone away. So, yeah, just quickly before I... Oh, yeah, so the doorbell. So the doorbell... so I've got a really smart doorbell. It pings my phone. I don't know why I made such a loud noise, but it pings my phone. Clever thing. So now I just have a doorbell that looks like it's electronic automatic, but it does nothing. I've tried resetting it, but it's a whole process. And yeah, long story short on this one is I had a doorbell that worked. Now I don't. But 99% of the times in my life, it's wonderful. I don't, like, how many people that knock on your door do you want to let into your house? Think about it. It's like friends. They can send you a text. Okay. Strangers who want to sell you windows. No. I'd rather they stood at the front of my door, waiting for me to come, hearing my voice, knowing I was home, but I don't know about them, so I'm not being rude. That's perfect to me. It's like, okay, what about deliveries? My Amazon delivery thing says, leave packages like behind the bin or something. So even though it's like right on the street, there's every now and then I open the door and I'm like, oh, an Amazon package came. It's like the Amazon packages magically appear there now. But the one problem is I can't order pizzas during a stream because I wouldn't hear it. And the guy, like, I prepay pizzas, so the guy would just be like, is this mine now? I don't know, that's the thing. I guess I'd have to, like, keep an ear out or, like, put a sign on the door saying, if you're a pizza man, knock on it. If you're selling me windows, press the doorbell. That should be the rule, right? So I can't remember the guy in the suit that rang your doorbell. I am still concerned about Suit Man. Like, you know, these are decisions I don't have to make when I'm otherwise, when you don't know they're at the door. So, I am so close to having this conduit be made, by the way. The first conduit, I should say. Because getting a lot of these is going to be hard. But yeah, that's the thing. So, Kat, I sent you the 117 mins of your stream on Twitter. What? You sent me 117 minutes of my stream? I'm not sure. Oh, it's like it shows 117 on your screen. So here's okay. Fun things about YouTube, right? Do you want to know some fun facts of Toy Cat? I just realized I don't think I've ever had a doorbell that works. I swear 80% of doorbells in the world don't work. It's so rare to see someone with a working doorbell. It's because I think it's because it's so hard to take them down. So most people just like they stop working, and then people accept that they're not working anymore, right? Suitman heard about your terrorist video and came to investigate, said dead channel. You know what, Suitman, that might be Suitman's purpose. That genuinely might be what Suitman is up to. So I'm going to go find some drowns. Like, fishing is not working out for me. I thought it would, but it's just not right. Like, let's just all admit that. I tried my best and I didn't succeed. I got what I wanted, but not what I needed. Whatever, let's do this. Get a camera for your front porch, says Adam Love. The doorbell was a camera! The camera, like, that's the thing. It's like, I know how to get it working again. It's just I have to, like, unplug everything and re-put it back together. And then I don't, like, okay, so here's why I think my doorbell doesn't work, right? Oh, okay, so he doesn't have a Nautilus shell, or he wouldn't have been able to do that. So I have a robot vacuum. It cleans 3 times a week. And I think at some point, because the cabling for my stuff, it just knocks into my cabling because it doesn't know what's cables and what's dirt. So it just drives into it. It unplugs something every day. It's terrible. It killed Alexa once. I swear to God, once the robot vacuum knocked over the cable for Alexa, like made her fall on the floor, like knocked her out. I'm just saying, like, this is a murderous Hoover, and I think it killed the doorbell. So that's quite tragic, isn't it? I'm sure my doorbell rang at 4 AM this morning and I was pretty creeped out. See, that's like, on the one hand, that sounds like, oh no, that's terrible, I don't want it. But that's also like, oh, that's vaguely a security concern, right? Like, if someone calls the doorbell at 4 AM, you do actually want to know. You do want them to know that you're home. So you want to answer it or something. Or like have a light you can put on or something. I don't know. There's all these complex things going on. Okay, so this last Nautilus shell is going to drive me crazy. I've just accepted. It murdered Alexa. It did. I woke up one morning and I told it to go home. But Alexa didn't respond and I was like, Alexa, what's up? And she's going to hear that now. Oh my god! There's such a delay there. She's telling me about the weather in my area. That's nice. Yeah, basically I tried to turn it off and I couldn't. So basically the Hoover allowed itself to force itself on. Because without Alexa, I can't turn it off because I don't have the app installed. And it's like, this is a creepy robot. And now it's killed my doorbell, so the outside world can't come to save me. Which I'm just saying is, it's scary stuff, you know. Scary stuff. So Cat Alexa asked which is better, sand or gravel. She's still telling me about the weather in my area, by the way. My Alexa is terrified now. You know, I'll ask your Alexa then, dead channel, if yours is being here, if yours can hear this. Alexa, what's better, sand or gravel? Oh, I realized she probably heard me. Ah, sorry, she's not sure. She doesn't want to weigh in on the complex decisions about your favorite and least favorite blocks. So yeah, if you ever want to do this, by the way, my pro tip is definitely bring a boat with you, Because otherwise it is, like, absurdly hard to actually look for drowns on a frequent basis. So I'm going to drink the potion. I think if we just go for, like, a real deep swim here, we'll find something. If we look in third person, too. Because third person gives you a wider field of view. So you can look around a little bit easier, better, etc. Might be a thing you want. Also, we can kill the trident drowns. Gives me a good chance of getting their tridents from them. Something that's good. It's too confusing for Alexa. It is. It's just too much. I suspected a robot land mower to be a murderer once. Why did you suspect that, Leanne Vandermeer? My Alexa keeps answering to you. I'm sorry, Liam's Alexa. I'm sorry. You just activated my Alexa. Here's the thing, right? If you have an Amazon Echo, you shouldn't have it turned on to Alexa by default. Because there's so many ads that say that. And it's such an easy thing to miss here. Like Alexa. Like, it's just easy to hear like that. And you can actually change it to both Amazon or to Echo. Oh, there we go. We got it. We got it. We got it. Ooh. Everyone, you know, Song 2 by Blur. That's what we need to play right now. Play it in your heads, because it's copyright infringement if I play it myself. So, woohoo. Sorry, that was too close. Now it's copyright stricken anyway. But no, we have to go fly somewhere. We have the big question now. We got all 8. We can make my first Conduit in survival. But, chat, this is where you come in. I don't know where to place it. I've been thinking about it a little bit all day. And I'm not sure I can decide. Oh, I'm so far from anything. I'm not sure I can decide where to put it. So, chat, where in my Let's Play world, if you're not familiar with the world, you can just say gravel, you know. But if you know the Let's Play world, where should I place this? Oh, I've got Riptide. Never mind. I can... This is my solution. I'll just fly real fast. But yeah, where in my Let's Play world should I put this Conduit? Because it's underwater working. Like, it's such a useful, powerful thing. But what do I do? You know, like, I don't know for sure. So put it underwater, says Casey. Now that is top notch. What is it called when you answer the question correctly, while also being like, you know, like, I guess like tongue in cheek, is the correct term for that. But I mean, you're not wrong. You've got a good idea right there, Casey. Where the oil rig is. Oh, that's a good idea actually. That's a recent build too. Especially if we can get a bunch, so we can make it like have the max range, because then it'd cover most of the underwater. Like I was thinking right here, but there's just nothing in between this and the main world, and I don't think I will put something here. So that's the thing. A smart Alec. Yeah, a smart Alec probably is it. I don't like the term of smart Alec, because like, who's Alex and why is he so smart? I guess because my brother's called Alex, and like, I mean he is like, I guess, smarter than the average human being. But you know, you're not allowed to compliment your brothers. Drain a new ocean monument. Make an underwater maid where you are. Coral reef biome. Oh, coral reef is such a good idea, DB. The problem is I don't have any coral reefs too nearby. I guess I could place a nether portal at one. There was red stuff all over the grass and 2 elderly people disappeared. I was in a hotel. Oh, jeez. You know, I'll give you that. That does sound like that lawnmower murdered someone, Leanne. In fact, I'd be fairly certain of it if I was you. So, you've drained the Simp Temple? Seems familiar. Yeah, I did a mega stream for that too. I do a lot of mega streams in this world. I'm always impressed by the people who have, like, watched a significant number of those. See, that's another reason why loyalty badges are cool. You can acknowledge some of that, right? Because, I mean, time passes, and you sometimes forget that it passes until it passes. But it's always passing. Time's passing right now. You know, you're 20 seconds closer to dying than you were when I started that fort. Unless you're like, I think technically speaking, you don't start dying until you're like 22. So ignore that if under age of 22. But I mean, it's still true, just indirectly. So this is the place Froggy suggested, right? I made an aquarium and put a coral reef in there. That's a cool idea. I do actually have that, I have a whole aquarium with no real ideas. Maybe I should put some coral in there. So because it only works underwater, I don't think there's enough water here for me to justify it. So I'll go to my main spawn area. So let's fly. As high as the sky. Streams are better than videos, says only meme. See, the problem with streams over videos is they don't have as much of a long tail on them. Which means, basically, that when I stop streaming, you know, everything just dies for a bit. And that's cool, but some days I can't stream. You know, like, then it becomes a thing of like, okay, so I've got to stream 4 hours a day to make XX number of pizzas. Because, like, during this stream I made maybe, like, a pizza, half a pizza. And it's like, okay, so how many pizzas do I need to pay my mortgage every month? And it's like, well, I mean, that's actually quite a lot of pizzas. And it's like, okay then, so therefore, I know, like, I think streaming is a really good thing to do, a really fun thing to do. But it's a really, like, personally, I would find myself streaming too often. Although you might say too often isn't a thing. I don't know, it'd probably be bad for my own mental well-being. What if Toy Cat wasn't a toy? So here is the other place I was thinking. Because it's close to everything, but it's like you don't need to see underneath this water. You already can. So whoever suggested coral reef, I think I might go with that. Even though I want to tame this water, there's no real reason to be under there, is there? That's the big issue here. Like, I have water in my world, but I don't have reasons to be underneath that water. I could create reasons. I could create my own ocean. Oh, there's an idea. Oh yeah, I'll create my own. I love how pizza is a currency now. I mean, if you think about it, like the yen, for instance, like the yen is a really stable currency. It's a more, no matter where you live in the world right now, the yen is a more stable currency than your local currency, unless you live in Japan, in which case it is your local currency. But you probably don't live in Japan, and you're watching this video, but yet the yen has no impact on your life, right? Like, the amount of yen... Oh! Look at me. How long ago did I do that? But yeah, the yen, it has no impact on your life, right? So, pizzas are kind of the same thing, where it's like, you'll never convert your money to yen or to pizzas. You don't even know roughly how much it converts at. But it is always possible, and pizzas are pretty stably priced. Like, you can get a cheap pizza from like a takeaway or like a kebab place for like £5, or an expensive one from Domino's for like 15. You should fill an ocean with sand and build a coral reef. Yeah, what I'm thinking of doing is having a big. Okay, so what we're gonna do a barrel roll. What about pizza yen to get? I wonder how much yen a pizza costs in Japan, because a lot of like Western food is like luxury food there. One of the things, okay, I want to do a video on this, because I still don't believe it. But both Japan and Hong Kong, the next two countries I'm going in mid-August, they both have McDonald's as a luxury item. Like, it's like this, you know, it's luxury. Like I said, it's wild. So yeah, I think I'm gonna make my own underwater area. And then I could do something cool there. What would be a fun thing to do underwater? I really don't know for sure. Wait, I've got an idea. Okay, so, because I you know, like this is a once in a stream time conduit placement. So you know I have this huge stream ravine thing that goes all the way from here down to the center. What if I put my conduit in one of these and dug the water all the way down to the center? Like, as part of the whole project. I'm not sure where that would be appropriate even. Yeah, actually, let's give it a look. Let's fly around. So I'm going to fly through the trench. I know it's a little bit Death Star-y in here, but we'll forgive that for a bit. But yeah, so for instance, okay, wait, I'm going to fly a little bit more. You're a cat, you don't like water. So coral reef is still the best idea. Pizza should be a luxury here too. It's good. Pizza should be a luxury, right? If pizza was like £100 or $100, €100, 100. Oh god, oh yeah, gosh. But like right here, for instance, or over here, let's say. Yeah, this area right here, I don't have any need for it. I think we can all agree, right? So, and given that it's mostly walled off already, what if I just did like a... I like destroyed the entire ground and made it go all the way down to bedrock. But made it look natural, maybe? Place the conduit in the nether. That's a fun idea, Rui, let's. I'm glad you apologized to the cats. You shouldn't do all caps messages, but I appreciate that you apologized after the fact. It makes it a little bit less like, you know, like, rule breaking. It's still rule breaking. It's like, if you murder someone and then say, sorry about that. It's like, you know, no homo, but like, sorry, no murder, no murder. No murder here. So yeah, I'm going to place it here for the very first thing. Aren't luxury things expensive? Why do you want pizza to cost more? I mean, I guess you're right. I guess there's no good reason to want anything to be a luxury, I guess. But I think people would appreciate pizza a bit more. Because right now, like, people don't appreciate the pizza. Is like, just because it's not luxury, you're like, oh, pizza's like, you know, it's good, but there's better foods. It's like, no, there's no better foods. But yeah, you know, you're whole right. Toy Cat makes Thanos ring from Infinity War in your world. I don't know what that even looks like. Oh, there's a Toy Cat emote I'm considering making. So here we go, by the way. Here's the Conduit. Made in survival. It took an hour and 25 minutes, but the last 5 was like looking for where to place it. And yeah, we'll place it with that. I'm going to place it here at first, and then I'll move it from here later. Just because here I want to do some stuff anyway. Like, let's have some fun. You know, let's like terraform it to make it look like a crazy deep hole. Oh, actually, down there would probably make more sense, right? Yeah, let's undo this maybe. So let's go. Water breathing would... Okay, so pro tip. This is going to be really hard to make because of the fact that I need to place, then come back up to the surface, then replace. But let's try again. Okay, go. Okay, I got this. I got this. Swim back up, and we're all good. Hot wings are easily better than pizza. I mean, you can buy hot wings with pizza, but hot wings are terrible. Okay, wings are one of the worst forms of food in the world. And that's just true. Like, you know how imagine if you had to eat, or every single time you ate, like, actually wait, let me just pick a few examples. Do you know how Starburst are infinitely worse than Skittles? Because you have to unwrap them every time. Whereas Skittles, pour the bag in your mouth. That's how it works. Starburst, you're there, you're basically doing unpaid work for the Starburst Corporation. Also, it should activate now, I think. Oh no, it's one more to activate. So, it's the same kind of thing with, like, hot wings. You're doing the chicken's work. The chicken, you know, goes through all this effort to get to you. Doesn't even have the decency to, like, remove the bones from itself. So you're sat there like, oh, you just twist and you turn and then the cartilage comes out. It's like, you should not be thinking about cartilage when you're eating chicken wings. That is just not a thing that needs to be on your mind. Oh, I need to remove this block down there. And then we can breathe underwater. I'm so confident, I'll sit here. There you can see. So now we have the Conduit effect for the first time in survival. I believe I'm about to get a 50G achievement. I mean, apparently believing isn't everything these days. Oh, by the way, big thank you, Norm13, for the $2 super chat. You're epic. Thank you very much. No, you're the epic one. So now we can exist underwater infinitely, as you can see. I don't even have a bubble meter. I just have Conduit power. And we can also, if we want to, which I do, at some point at least. Look out! Oh, there's a cave down here. Oh, that's cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to terraform this area, and I'm going to dig down, like, super low. Maybe around here. Oh, look how far down this goes. And so it already goes pretty deep, but we're going to, like, make it go all the way deep, you know? Like, what if this went all the way down to bedrock? And I'm not going to do that right now. Maybe it'd be a fun thing for a future stream. 50 grams isn't that much. Is a pizza... 3 wings and chips for £1, cheap and filling. Honestly, like, I can't deal with wings. The only time I can deal with wings is boneless wings. And the only place I've ever seen sell boneless wings is, like, Hooters. And then you have to deal with the whole thing of, like, what are you doing here, Toy Cat? And it's like, I just want the boneless wings. That's all I want. It's the price is right, and they sell boneless wings. But then people are like, no, I bet it's really because of this. And it's like, I mean, even if it was, is that such a problem? So, you know, boneless wings, solid. Boned wings, who's on board with that? Who thinks, yeah, I like more work to get my food? Imagine if every single pizza slice, you had to, like, solve a riddle before you could eat it. You're like, you go to eat it, and it's like, sorry, you must pay $1 or answer the following question. Which of Michael Jackson's hit songs from the 1989 album, Thriller, reached platinum status in 3 days? Was it A, Thriller, B, Bad, or C, I don't know many Michael Jackson songs. Michael Jackson, the Michael Jackson song. It's where he just says his name 10 times. And it's like, Who would be on board with that as a change? No one. Everyone's saying no. This is the worst pizza place ever. I don't want to solve trivia just to eat my pizza. I want to eat pizza. That's why I bought pizza. And to me, it's the same thing with that. So yeah, let me just show you the power. As soon as we go in the water, as soon as we go in, we get the conduit power. The water vision doesn't take effect immediately. I guess because it's murky waters here. But at some point it does. The water affinity effect works perfectly immediately. And the only other effect. So I need to place a door or something here to stop the water getting down there. Actually, where does this go? Let's just quickly find out. Before we go, just for fun. Because I'm having a bit of fun. Thriller. I think it is Thriller, right? I think Thriller is one of the most successful songs of all time. Like, it's just one of those songs that everyone knows. That, with no good reason, too. It's just like one of those things, you know? So I'm going to grab some iron while I'm here. Get some stuff done. It seems, I think this is a cave that I just ended up in at one point. And then just left. So I'm going to... Actually, wait, I need to keep that down there. So, just to be sure, what is going on in here? I think it's nothing, right? Yeah, I think I must have came from like a long system of caves I got lost in. And then was just like, you know, I'm digging out of here. But so at one point in my Let's Play world, I never thought I'd need more iron again. Because I was like, do I need more rail tracks? This was before I expanded it from 360 to 1. Where I'd already rail tracked my entire world. Obviously nowadays I need a lot more. Oh, I just found something cool. Okay, do you see that right there? In the air, I get night vision. I don't, sorry, I've got night vision right now. But in 12 seconds, I'll lose it. But if I want to get back, if I just swim in the water, so it submerge myself, I get night vision back. So there's a way to use that, I reckon. Again, for now, I'm just super hyped. I got a conduit in survival. I want to do somebody... Oh, there we go. I want to do a bunch of things with it. I've got an achievement that only 1 in 10,000 Minecraft Xbox One players have. And because it rounds up, it's probably 1 in, like, somewhere between 10 to a million. 10,000 to a million. One of the first ever people on Minecraft Xbox One to craft myself, to activate a conduit. I'm pretty pleased with that. And hopefully you are too. Even if you're not, though, you know, I don't care about your opinion if you don't care. See, you see that? If you don't care, I don't care. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you liked it, because, I mean, there's no actually good reasons why, but do it anyway. It's good for you. A like a day keeps the doctor away. Share it if you really liked it, and subscribe new around here, because I think tomorrow there's gonna be an onion going on the stream. I think you know, the onion might be explained at some point, or maybe this is the new mascot. Like, it's Toy Cat and the Onion going on adventures. Only time will tell. But I will be streaming tomorrow. Can you explain the onion? There's going to be no explanation for the onion today, I'm afraid. It's just the mascot, you know. But yeah, thank you very much for watching today's live stream. Tomorrow there's going to be another stream. Hopefully a survival one. We'll see. And Thursday, it's not 100%, but it's 99%. A lot of people have been excited to see the Survivor Games Origins map. And I will hopefully be playing it on Thursday. So if you want to play that, I'll be opening my game. And for the first time in years, we'll be playing local multiplayer on Minecraft. Might suck. Might be great. I guess if you're advertising your own stuff, you should say it's all great. So Onions and Toy Cat, it'll all be wonderful. You'll have a good time. Only if you subscribe with notifications turned on. Make sure you hit that button, smash that bell, click the bell again, turn it up to all the way, then go to your homepage and make sure you tell YouTube you do want to see notifications, and then... Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. I've got to go.